Good evening. Welcome to Devour'E TV on this gorgeous radio, powered by Nekedie TV. I'm your host, Devour'E, with my beautiful co-host.
I'm your girl, Chemistry. We welcome you.
So let's get right into the news for this week, Miss Chemistry. I definitely want to celebrate the young lady that just graduated from
Right,
Georgetown University. Um,
right. What's her name? Nashima? Was it?
uh, yeah, I think that was her name, Nishima. She actually graduated from Anacostia High School.
Nice,
Started out
nice.
homeless, and now has been accepted to Georgetown University.
Not been established. She actually graduated. She actually graduated. She's 23 years of age.
Okay, okay,
Let's,
yeah.
let's start the broadcast over because you didn't even know the lady's name. Let's go back and start it all over. Y'all gotta have the ladies' names. So we're gonna delete that. Y'all gotta know the lady's name. You can't.
Good evening. Welcome to Devour'E TV on this gorgeous radio, powered by Nekedie Studios. I'm your host, Devour'E, with my beautiful co-host.
I'm your girl, Chemistry, and thank you for tuning in.
I definitely wanted to send a rest in peace out to my man Tony Vegas.
Rest in peace.
Um, and let's get into this Rashima Milson news.
Oh yeah, congratulations. The 23-year-old surpassed the obvious. She was homeless, and she graduated for was it Georgetown University.
Yes, and then what is that? Justice and Peace Studies.
Wow.
So congratulations to her. I know that was well worth that work.
Yeah, especially being in shelter for 3 years. That's kind of hard to do, and she kind of surpassed it. So congratulations on that.
Not to mention, she was a valedictorian graduating from Anacostia High School. So that southeast side get a lot of.
Shout out, Anacostia.
Um, so I definitely wanted to touch on that. Congratulations to her and her family. I think she got a brother too that
That
just
goes there.
did something tremendous in school as
Oh
well.
yeah,
So
they all doing good. That's a good thing. It's a good
um,
thing. So let me ask you this question:
yes,
How
ma'am.
was your week? You know.
My week was long and adventurous. So much going on with the club scenes that we putting together. Definitely
Right.
with the clothing. Just connected with a new manufacturer on that. So it's a lot going on. That
Yes.
coming up for the summer.
All right. All
Not
right.
to mention my birthday.
Ooh, it's getting close. What you got? Any plans?
Yeah, big plans. Clubs, beach. Um, maybe some little exclusive things as well with that.
Sounds fun. Sounds fun. And I have to check on you, so I gotta ask those questions every week. Make sure you're
Well,
straight.
you the Miss Busy, as the people can see. You know what I'm saying? Always taking flights.
Yeah,
No flights this
unfortunately.
week.
No flights this week.
I know one coming up though, right?
Actually, they're gonna come this way. So we waiting on Mike Styles to come down here, and we're gonna set up some shops. Y'all be on the lookout for that model call. Definitely.
Okay, okay. Definitely gonna be on the lookout for that model call. And I wanted to touch on this Megan Thee Stallion thing. Oh
This
wow.
girl is crazy. I love her though. She's cool. I mean, I kind of get her concept, but basically, she basically stated that the order to keep her body count low, she only deal with her ex and people that's in relationships. So, uh, mm,
So
mm,
that sounds like to me if she only deal with people that's in relationships, she's okay in the cheating, or she's okay of being number two.
I don't know what's going on with that situation. Every woman each his own, but golly, I can't fathom the thought. It's crazy. Like, I don't want my ex. That's the reason he's my ex. You know, I'm. I mean, call me Sam Sauce your head, but it just don't seem like something that I want to deal with. That's the reason why I left you. And then why would I want to deal with someone that's already taken? That means I'm on standby. That's too much. That's too much of nothing.
I mean,
What
well,
we
maybe
doing
she
here?
just ain't trying to get that thing away to anybody.
I mean, again, she do her thing, I guess, but that's a little weird to me. But I feel you, I guess. If that's how you keep your body count low, I just think you just shouldn't have sex. I mean, it's a common nature that can be taking place if you take time out and study yourself. You feel like, you don't really need a man too much to complete you. You just got to complete yourself first and then make room for one.
Okay,
But
okay.
okay, I'm gonna let that
Knowledge,
go.
knowledge.
All right, let's go to something else because that kind of irritated me a little bit. I'm sorry. I still like your music though, though.
You irritated about the Megan Stallion thing?
Shout out, Make a Style. I still like your music.
Okay. Um,
That's crazy.
let's get into uh
You bad. Let's see. We talked about.
we talked about the Megan Stallion. We talked
Oh
about
my goodness.
the young lady from Georgetown. I wanted to touch on that United Bank
I
thing
know you did. I was
because
waiting
it's
for it.
been bothering me. They only did it for 1 month, the month of February, but they definitely released a black. I want to say black women because that's all I seen on the card was black influential women.
Right.
Um,
I wish they did though. It was Black United Bank, One United Black Bank, excuse me. They basically issued out for that first month of Black History Month. Each woman that was in our Black History Days, like Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, people in those eras. So for them not to keep that card active, even though Black History Month is gone, it's kind of a little eerie. But I understand they wanted to only have it for 28 days.
yeah, I think we do not deserve more than 28 days though, but
28 days.
um, and I know you was a little disturbed too, right? Because you was
I was
definitely
trying to
trying to get a
order
car,
one.
right?
I was trying to order one so I can have one, but unfortunately I couldn't get one. So that was a no show.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think we need to reach out to them to tell them to keep that car going, um, because uh, there's so many women that they could have put on that card.
They still
It's
can.
more than 28 influential women.
Yes, we do. Can we talk about at least touch on the fact of they try to make it seem like Bushwick bill had passed and
Oh
he
yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
didn't?
That was crazy. It's definitely been a lot of posts about Bushwick Bill's death, and he's really not dead. He's just fighting cancer, and that's been all over social media. Like, I know certain people are believing that he's dead right now, but
Yeah, it threw me
he's still
off.
alive and kicking.
That's a blessing. That's a real blessing. And to your family, I wish you guys the best and keep fighting.
Um, oh, definitely. Let's touch on that Dominican Republic alcohol thing.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, what I understand was that from the DR, they feel that FBI had caught onto something that had them to do with illegitimate liquor
Yeah.
that's been selling at their bars. So they think that the liquor has something to do with the three deaths of the United States citizens. Unfortunately, right now, FBI not really saying too much, but they do believe that it has something to do with that type of situation with liquor.
And I do know two of those people were right from this area. Um, I know the guy himself. I can't remember his name right offhand, but he's from northeast Montana, Saratoga area. So
Wow.
that was something that touched real close to home.
And
Um,
can we talk about someone else because it was another death from he was a baseball player. He got beat up badly. I guess it has something to do with the cartel's wife and he was dealing with when he was over there.
oh, nah, he actually, you talking about when David Ortiz got shot? Is that who you talking about? Boston.
Exactly.
Um, he actually didn't die.
He
You know what I'm saying?
didn't.
Another rumor that they've been putting
See,
out.
it's crazy out here.
Um, but he did have a surgery in the Dominican Republic, and then they sent him back to the United States to have another surgery. Um, so like he's recuperating right now from that. But that's
Okay.
crazy. Like the cartel's still running over there.
Not
So
even that part. Cartel gonna be running everywhere, honestly. Even here, people just don't know it. At the end of the day, though, the news out here is just it's overwhelming. One minute they saying this, next they saying that. Can't be consistent at all.
right. Definitely with social media, you definitely gotta read. Like it's a lot of stories I've been picking up on that was 5 months late and things like that. So like you definitely gotta watch as the news coming across because some of these stories are a year old, 2 years old. They putting out the wrong things about people deaths and all that, and people not even dead yet. Like
It's sad and it's not right. You know what I'm saying? They need to have some type of. I understand we got freedom of speech and all that, but they should have some type of freedom of like some type of freedom of press. Whereas that is certain limitations to it. You know that they can't just put out any type of news. And I know they had some type of law with that. I'm just not real
right.
sustained on it right now, but I know they got some type of law against the press, where that they can't keep just putting out all bogus information.
Where when it comes to laws, they don't too much care about our community anyway, so they gonna flood that as much as as possible. Give us the wrong
Well, we're not gonna
information.
say all law. You know, we got some bad, but there's still some people out there that serve the community as they supposed to. I know it kind of doesn't look like it. How they say one bad apple spoils the bunch type thing, but
Right.
you still gotta pick through that barrel and pick out the good ones.
Right. Well, let's introduce our guest that's coming up, Miss Kiana from Girls Gone Green. I think a lot of the
Oh,
people gonna like this. Was coming up next.
nice, nice. We'll be back soon.
Exactly.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. Check. He says she on her way.
Want to say something?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I
Welcome
know you
back.
was interested. We both interested in this healthy eating thing.
I
So
really am.
this girl's gone green. I can't wait this for the people to touch on that. They do a lot of different things in the community, um, as far as social awareness and work with the kids and things from the elementary school. Um, and we definitely going to touch on that.
Okay, well, definitely. I know me. I need to figure out how I balance this sweet tooth I got. And eat a little bit more greens.
Yeah, definitely. I can't. They also touch on like how we don't need a lot of these medicines that the doctors give us.
Well, of course, that's not
Um,
really medicine. That's a drug they giving you. It's a difference.
right. So they touch on like how to do the healthy
Yeah.
eating to help,
I'm more
get away
concerned
from those
about
drugs.
I'm more concerned about like my blood flow because I'm anemic. So I want certain food that's going to help build my blood level thick.
Okay.
Don't use vibe.
We back with Miss Kiana from Girls Gone Green. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I am so excited to be here.
Awesome. Glad to have
Yes,
you.
yes. What we
So,
got going on?
A lot, a lot.
Talk to me.
First we want to know, when did Girls Gone Green start? I know that y'all are a branch off of the Green Scheme,
Hmm.
but when did the whole women's thing start?
So I would say about 2018. We got started. We had a big following with women.
okay.
Um, a lot of women were volunteering with us. A lot of women were just wanting to do more in the community. So
Right.
when I got the opportunity from our founder, Rondi, and our deputy director, Mr. Jerome Nesbitt, and they were like, Kiana, you're already doing a lot of women's empowerment, and it just made sense.
It does. It does make sense. So, what made you decide to get into this, like into that movement?
A lot. I'm a Washingtonian. I born and raised in Northeast, and just seeing the transformation of what's going on right now, it really took effect to me because it was almost like we did that so much for our city, and it's like it was kind of people were coming in and taking over what we have
Already
established there.
established,
We
right?
established so much. America just in general, from African Americans, from being farmers to being black farmers. They're trying to
Still.
take that away from us, and that's just something we've always done. And so it was just a big deal, Ronnie being an agricultural major and reaching out to me because I was a school teacher. He was like, you know what, we need to get into these schools and teach our
You
youth.
teach, right? Exactly.
And I feel like when a door opens for you, sometimes you gotta take the risk and take it.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what's on the other side.
It does not. It does not. No.
Okay, okay. Now I know what it's about, but
Yeah.
can we touch on more of what Girls Gone Green is really about
Mhm.
and things that y'all do in the community?
So, Girls Gone Green is a women's initiative. So, we do a lot in the community where outreach, we do volunteer programming, but more importantly, we try to bring the generations together.
Right.
So, from older to just like our millennials to our young youth, we try to bring everybody together to understand what it means to eat healthy, what it means to be able to have a sustainable lifestyle, because unfortunately in DC, we're building up, right? But we're not building up a lot. We're not making sure that we have these grocery stores and places where we can go to and be able to actually afford what's there.
Healthy foods.
Exactly. And everyone
That's
says
crazy.
that healthy foods are expensive,
Yeah.
but they're really not compared to what you do every day. People go eat, they eat out every single day, 2 or 3 times a day. So I try to teach you budgeting. And I be real with people, you're on food stamps or anything like that. We teach you how to use your card wisely. Like,
Right.
you
That's a
don't
good
got to
thing.
do processed food. You don't have to buy snacks all the time with that. You can budget it. You can do so many things. But more importantly, it's about just coming together as a community, like bringing everyone together, doing things together, but growing and learning how to grow your own garden.
Right, right. That sounds awesome. So let me ask you now, how long have you been doing this actually, as far as in the community? With I know last year you guys did like a little softball tournament thing
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
we did, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I
Yeah.
mean, are you guys still doing that?
We are. That's an annual thing. So our kickball tournament is an annual thing. We're going to be
Okay.
doing that again in July. We have some amazing partners. Shout out to
Oh,
Broccoli City.
shout
Shout out
out.
to DC Greens. It's so many rooftop gardens. We have a lot of partners where they make sure that we can provide for our community.
And that's a blessing right there, honestly.
It is. It is.
It's a lot of short-handed people out here, especially when it comes to like helping each other.
Yes.
In the community, I know we always scream, we do it, we'll be there, but actually,
we don't be there. We wait for
to
people
the
to
last
make
minute.
it to help out.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. So the great thing is that the founder and co-founder, they didn't wait till like I got to the top to reach out to me. They was like, you know what, we see what you're doing in the community. I do a lot of juicing seminar. I was doing a lot of stuff for free. And so they was like, Kiana, there's a lane for you. And I really appreciate that because we got to hold each other's hands up in our community. I can only speak for who I am being a black woman. So as far as the African American community, we have to just hold each other up and support each other more.
Yes.
No matter where you are, you got to support each
Support,
other.
and it doesn't matter if you're black or white, though. It's about
No,
support.
it does not matter.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, we really try, really focus on the black community because that's the part where we've broken down at, where we don't want to help each other. But we got to learn. And then you are right when you say this food is expensive when it comes to our vegetables and stuff like that. And it's sad because you can get you a soda for $1, but you can't get an apple. You know what I'm saying? For $1, you got to pay almost $2, $3 for one good apple, and it's sad.
Very sad. It is. And so that's how we teach that you can grow your own things. We try to keep our community gardens open so the community can come. That's the biggest thing. That's why I love what I do because the gardens are thriving and we're allowing people to come from the communities, Lincoln Heights, come from certain quarters, to come from different communities and can literally pick an apple from the tree.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's exciting for me.
Can Maryland come too?
Oh, Maryland, VA, let's go.
It's just open. It's worldwide.
It really is.
Please support.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Seriously.
you for coming.
And what I know about the water, so let's touch on that rose water. That's what the young ladies have created, right?
Yes. So we do a lot of different organic things. I come from I take from just personal stuff, like what I wasn't exposed to when I was that age. So we teach just personal hygiene. Like last week we did a deodorant, and it was important because a lot of cancers they come from deodorant. And so we're teaching. We did a lemon. We literally squeezed the lemon. We threw a little essential oils in there, and it's like very simple. There's 2 ingredients. And it can really save your life. So we've done scrubs before. We've done, literally I just did lip glosses with Shout out to USDA.
Shout out
to USDA because they have been such an amazing supporter. Being such a big organization, they have been a great supporter, like giving us supplies, whatever we need for the young
That's
youth.
That's good. That's a blessing.
And that's all I do. I just every morning I'm very thankful. But more importantly, it's like, what can we do next for the next generation? Like, I can only, listen, I'm 32. I don't think about me anymore. It's more so just thinking about what the young ladies are going to be facing.
Exactly.
So you saying y'all actually just created y'all own deodorant?
Yes.
That's
And
crazy.
we're not marketing these things. It's not for sale. We do a kit that you just subscribe and you can get your own free kit. So that's what you just go to Girls Gone Green on Instagram, girls.gone.green_. You send me a DM, and you can literally get your own kit, whether you want a scrub, whether you want deodorant, whatever you want, we can create.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I got an idea for that. I think y'all should come out on June 29th to the community event here and maybe bring some of those kits. I do know CVS is supposed to be involved, so I think
Awesome.
that might be a great connection for y'all as well.
It really would.
That is dope. That is super dope. Thank you so much. And we are going to be here. I won't personally be in town. Shout out to Spellman. I'm going to go research their garden in Atlanta that weekend.
Okay.
So grateful for the opportunity.
So y'all stretching
but
out.
We are. We're going to be here because, it's so much we can do. We just got to continue to grow and continue to work.
Yes. Build.
Amen.
So with all this social media addiction, how do y'all keep the kids' attention as well as the adults' attention?
Right.
We really don't focus on social media. Social media is more so for the platform for us to outreach. But as far as the children, we don't even you haven't even seen a kid on my page. We do not market on social media at all. We go out to the communities and we talk to the individuals that are in the communities. What are you looking for? We have a community right there in Glen Arden where it's African based. And
Okay.
they grow certain things that are particular to where they're from.
Okay.
And so we take things like what's your culture, and we'll grow what's their culture.
Nice.
You know, it's not social media is amazing.
It is.
But
it has its limitations.
it
People
does.
don't,
It
people
does.
don't realize
Like
that.
I'm like, ooh,
You
I
wanna
don't
be
wanna say this.
hands-on.
You gotta be hands on because
Right.
social media is great to level up and things like that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if social media break down right now, will your business thrive? Will what your mission is, will it thrive? And I truly can say that Green Scheme and Girls Gone Green without social media, we will thrive because we're just really in the community. Like we're out there doing some really great things. But more importantly, these kits and things, if you come to us personally, we'll personalize something for your school. Whatever is particular for what you guys are going through in your community is what we do.
Okay. So schools, get that Girls Gone Green. They got something for y'all.
We do, we do.
I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you. I
swear.
really appreciate that.
I am, because it's like it's hard to get that type of commitment from anyone, especially the government, like you said. So for them to even reach out and help, that's how you know this is a good thing, not just for our people, but for anyone. Like she said, she can come to your home, to your local garden, and wherever your nationality is, she can make that happen for you, of your own type of vegetables. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, right? Like whatever you're used to. You know, like America, it is what it is. But unfortunately, we have so many other countries and continents that were out here that have cultures, and America's a big melting pot filled of so many different people.
Yes.
And it's very important to me that I communicate with my Indian culture, with our African culture, with the Spanish people, with everybody. It's not just about African Americans. I am one, so I can, that's what I relate to. But we're helping everybody that's in need. Is why we're a nonprofit. That's why we went nonprofit. We could have went for profit, but no. In order for us to help the masses, it's important to go nonprofit because it's no limits. You can help so many different people out.
I really do like it.
So how do you feel about medicine versus
Ooh, don't get me started.
natural herbs and
Let's
things?
start.
I'm already. My campaign is actually Nomads.
Nice.
We have
Nomads.
me and my brother have a campaign since 2015 called Nomads. Can I do a quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go
Plug
ahead.
my brother's
Okay.
juice company up. Generational Juice. Shout him out. He's in Upper Marlboro.
All right.
He does natural raw juices. And medication is it's a death sentence.
It's basically drugs.
Yeah, it is drugs.
And
every medication is coke. It's some different stuff.
Yeah.
And it's some real stuff in there. Even the Tylenol, the aspirin. So,
Basic kid stuff has drugs in it. Get your healthy herbal things. I mean, I am a 420 believer, and sometimes you might not have to smoke it. You can boil it. It's things that can actually help you than you just smoking it. So it's other herbals out there that's good as well.
So many. Yeah, I'm definitely a 420 believer. My birthday's 420.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a 420. I wrote my dissertation in college about legalizing weed. Back in 2009, and it was a big deal for me because I was like, Keanu, you're not even going to graduate. I said, listen, I wrote this 30-page paper. I'm going to graduate, and it's going to be something real. But I feel like we have to do what's right, and we got to stop being negative about something that's so positive. Like, do what's right. If it works for you, I would totally rather put my child on an herbal supplement than on Adderall and Ritalin. I had children, I was a former school teacher, and I had children on had diabetes at young ages. Just all types of serious medical things that's supposed to run in our families, right, as African Americans. And it doesn't have to run in our families. We can truly change the stigma. We can truly change these generational curses. But we have to do what's right. Like,
We gotta
we have
start
as
within
adults.
ourselves first,
Exactly.
and then
So,
we got.
so have y'all heard about the new black cloud that they putting on CBD and things and weed and marijuana? I'm sorry. Right now, they just said like one or two people died from
I just heard about that.
overdosing on
Overdosing, but
On what?
they tried to say the CBD.
yeah.
But I'm like,
the THC. What is it?
I guess they created that because more people started to say, well, I never heard
But
anybody
did you
die
know
off
they
that
also
now.
the local authorities basically had made a statement, came out and said that That wasn't true, honestly. It was something else that was going on from natural causes, but they seen that that's what they was on and assumed that. And
Mm-hmm.
even the local authorities had to come out and say, no, it's millions of people that use that for. It's like over 63 types of cures with marijuana. It's
Mm-hmm.
the last thing it's going to do. You're going to die from an overdose. You're going to fall asleep probably,
Yeah, that's
but you're
it.
not
You're
going
gonna
to
get
die.
really hungry, maybe. That's it. Get some munchies. But like, yeah, CBD and THC is two different things. CBD is strictly for healing. THC, you will get that high feeling. But when it comes to CBD, they're now having it in the gas stations. That's where you got to be serious about because they still have. I'm be real, y'all still got the K2.
K2,
I had a lot of
exactly.
students overdose on the K2, and that's when it's serious. Because they're like there's so many people are on what they're on they're on their patrol and all that stuff.
But they on regular prescription
That
and
too.
then turn around and want to get on something like K2 or even worse, you know what I'm saying, mixing it with alcohol. And it just seems
Yeah.
like further and further we go along, less
Yeah,
and less we
people
have.
is not content with cloud
Thank
nine.
you.
They trying to get on cloud 13.
Oh my God.
Like, can you guys chill for a second?
Yeah, my goodness.
It's a
Every time you
crazy
turn around, it's a
thing.
new drug. And
It
I'm
is
like,
a new
God.
drug.
And they
It
just name them
is.
all this guy. It's just crazy. Molly's from
That's a whole nother
everything.
story.
So I'm just like,
That's not
but,
cool.
but it's not cool, but they still use it in these drugs they get to give out to these patients. That's all the same drugs.
Very true.
You know,
Very true.
and it's crazy because even Zoloft, they use that, but that's still a method of some type of cocaine in it.
And it goes really deep. It
It
goes
does.
really deep. It goes really deep because
And for you to
at
give it to your
jobs
kids?
we get tested right all the time, right?
Yeah, you can test me.
Yeah, you can test me, right? But they don't test for certain things.
Okay.
Like they don't test for certain things in prescription drugs because they sell them over counter. So you might lose your job because you just smoked a joint, but you won't lose your job if you just did a line of coke.
Because you got
Because they're not
Percocet.
testing for that. Because coke is in medication, so it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's okay, but it's not the word I'm looking for. But basically, they don't test for things that are in prescription drugs because they're making money.
Got you.
It's okay.
So
It's
I
an
know
okay
you
thing,
did.
right?
You did touch on that diabetes thing.
Yes. Big thing.
And that's something that I kind of like been
Struggling
watching y'all
with?
pages about. Because I do have diabetes as well as high blood pressure. So like, what would be like a normal herb that you can not just tell me, but
Tell
other people
world.
that's watching?
I'm telling everybody right now, go into the produce section of your grocery store and go get some turmeric and go get some ginger. That right there will save your whole entire life. I use turmeric for literally everything. I brush my teeth with turmeric. It takes away plaque. It restores your major organs. People don't understand that. Like you do so much stuff as like, how old are you? Just be
37.
37, right? So 37 years you've been living your life. Things are building up. So say you had a car for 37 years and you never got an oil change. It's gonna break down.
Not even that, but people don't believe. But plaque actually builds more than just in your teeth.
Yeah, it builds everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it starts there. And people don't really do things till things happen. So I would say, truly, just look into literally, the grocery store can be your enemy, but can still be your best friend. When you go to that produce section and you really get the kale and the spinach and things of that nature that has real nutrients, like not just the lettuce that has just water. Lettuce is literally just ice water, and things like that. So when you start to fuel your body that have nutrients, you'll start losing weight. You'll start feeling better, and those type of things will go away. Because the medication you're always gonna have, like it's like a Band-Aid. Like medication is like a Band-Aid. You just do it real quick. Like it's not gonna heal it. Like it's not gonna feel any better. But it's just it's covered, so you don't see it. So it's a
meant to keep you
mental
on
thing.
it.
Exactly. So when you start to put things in your body and start to feel better, like it's a whole other thing. And then you gotta detox.
Yes.
Detoxing is a big thing. People are so scared of detoxing, but you have to do it.
I think it's the stigma that comes with detoxing. Because I talk to a couple of y'all in the organization all the time, so it's like things for me. Like I just had kidney stones. So now I'm on medicine with that, but I've been told like, nah, you ain't gotta take that medicine. You can do this and do that. But I just think it's a lot of also what we don't know. You know, like with me, kidney stone, I was like, whoa, like that's one of the worst pains I've felt. So of course I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm gonna take that medicine because we not taught about the natural herbs that can cure that. So I know like that's another big thing that's coming on, especially in our community right now with these, and it seems like it's getting younger and younger with the
It is
kidney
getting young.
stones.
It is. It really
Um,
is.
so I definitely would want you to touch on that as well. Like,
You
what is some of
just
the
go to the
things?
doctor to get their knowledge. Don't take their medication. Don't put their prescription in. Don't do none of that stuff because that's just to make money. They're literally just putting you there so you can come back. Medication is horrible. Like it really kills you. And so I go to the doctor like nothing's been wrong with me for a while. But when I went to the doctor, they were like, you have built up inflammation. And I was like, what does that word mean? And I looked it up, and they were like, oh, it's because I gained a lot of weight at some point in my life, and I just okay, I gained weight, so now only way to reverse it is to lose weight, right? I don't need medication, just lose weight.
Right.
So I lost weight, and now I have no inflammation. Now I'm healthy as I don't know what. Now my doctors are detoxing because they're on high blood pressure, they're on high cholesterol, and I'm like, why should I even listen to you when you're not even healthy? It doesn't make no sense.
It really
so
doesn't.
when it comes to that, I tell everybody, whatever you're going through, like it's 2019, Google that. Google what you got going on. WebMD it. Learn what you have going on in your body and do your own research because they will tell you anything to get a damn check. And it's really sad. It's really sad. They'll even tell their kids to get on medication to get a check. I have doctors in my family that still prescribe shit. And I'm like, don't do that to me. I will rip this up in your face. Don't give me no prescription. I've never had a prescription. And I've never been on medication, like ever, in my life. I never took a Tylenol. I never took a Robitussin. I never took anything.
Please.
Wow.
That's a beautiful thing.
And my daughter has neither never vaccine or nothing.
Yeah.
You're not putting nothing in my baby so she can get it down.
So
the
how
line.
do you feel about that? Because see, how old is she?
She's 8.
So school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing because I believe in that too.
They
I
try to
don't
keep
take
her out.
flu shots. I don't have my son doing all that. Yeah, so it took me. I had to go to the board of education because
Yep.
my son is not getting them type of shots. So you can actually get something that you're trying to say that he doesn't have. You know, it's weird to
struggle.
me. So how do you, from parent to parent, how do you actually deal with that? Because it almost made my son actually not graduate, but miss a year because I would not know. You're not getting shots. So how did you go through that?
I did exactly what you had. I had to fight really, really hard. I had to get a
crazy.
couple of parents to sign a petition. I had to do a lot of stuff. I had to get doctors to sign. I had to do a lot of stuff for her to be able to even get to school that first week. They were like, without shots, you can't come in. I'm like,
Can't ride the
well,
bus. You can't do exactly.
you can't do anything. And you just have to fight for it. You know, like our generation, we have to get in a cycle of fighting for stuff. You know, they fought for so much. They fought for so much back in the day. We have to get in a cycle that we have to fight for stuff until it makes sense for ourselves.
Everybody's got too lenient, giving things.
Yeah.
Giving things, you know.
And a lot of people are very selfish, you know, like
Yes, they
it's
are.
so selfish. It's just like, you know, it's not about us anymore. Like, it took me a while. I'm not a perfect mom. It took me a while to be selfish. And girl, I was like, babysitter, yes. But then as you really understand life, as you get older and you understand life, I said, you know what? I'm not going into another decade of my life dealing with certain things. And so you got to make a decision. You got to teach others. So, like, that's why I'm really, really grateful, and I'm so thankful. Thank you guys for having me here today because
thank you for coming.
It allows us to come together and really talk to the community about, like, some things that we can really get done
Right.
on a ground level.
So how do you feel about Alzheimer's?
That's a serious thing.
Yeah, you know, because I know there's a cure for it. We all know that, you know, and to watch our family members suffer from it, just because they don't want to put it out there yet. As of yet, they want to wait for another 10 years before they actually kill off all our elderly people that they filled that up with, you know, the shots and all them things come into play.
Yeah.
So I just trying to figure out, like, what are the things that we can do for our kids that's coming up? Because, you know, every time you turn around, you see a new McDonald's, KFC,
Mhm.
Taco Bell. We got
Mhm.
all these fast food restaurants, which my son don't even indulge in that because he's seen it different. It actually blows you up to have titties. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
all them hormones.
So
Uh-huh.
even for a man, and it throws me off because I'm like, oh my god, um, Isaiah, you gotta go in the gym. You can't eat that no more. You got titties. I'm like, and he was like, oh yeah, we gotta go in the gym. He was like 13 at the time, but what can we do to help our young kids understand that Alzheimer's, the high blood pressures, all them diseases is really coming from the foods that's on our corners.
Mhm. Mhm. Talk about it. Like, talk about it. I know, me growing up, like, for me, I didn't know that high blood pressure, high cholesterol was as serious as it is. I thought it was like a
Yeah.
common cold. Literally, everybody in my family had it. They
Mhm.
weren't even making a big deal out of it. And I'm like, Lord, it's a silent killer. Like, they weren't making no big deal out of it. They were still eating
Yeah.
their fried chicken and their chillings and just living life. And I'm like, y'all are off the chain.
Yes, playing cards.
Literally, like, just living life, drinking their stuff. And I'm like, wow. And so, yeah, so like I'm a vegan now, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And I'm like trying, it's so crazy because I'm talking to my family about transitioning, and a lot of us are vegan. A lot of us are like at least organic with stuff,
Organic,
right?
okay.
And like shout out to Green Skim again because they have done all my family's gardens, right? And so it's important that we get back to the roots.
Yeah.
So like really, like I mean, I don't not talk about stuff like that in my household. Like I tell my daughter how you can get these things, and she's like, no, mommy, I'm not getting high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Like she like because we talk about it, and I
And
feel
she
like
see it in her family, so she see what's
exactly.
going on. At least she's alert and aware of it. And that's the best part.
And it's so proudful, like when you can when you have people in your family that can be honest and talk to you about it. Like you got some people that they don't want you to know they're on medication, but you can tell they're sick, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about it, but you got to be open and talk about it. It's the only way you're gonna change.
Yeah, now see with that myself, it was at the time I just thought that was something everybody get, you know. And I know you did mention on fighting, and I think we as a community need to fight more for the vegan restaurants, because the reason why is so many kids eating in McDonald's, Wendy's, and all that is because it's easily accessible. That's just like I told you last night. I was actually I stopped in the store, was just looking for something healthy to eat. Went into 7-Eleven and noticed it's not really nothing in there healthy you can eat. Everything in there is snacks for real.
Yeah, so let's put them out of business. Like literally, like
I wish we could do that to 7-Eleven, but sure.
Man, I know they got the daggone app now.
Oh, they got an app?
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
Points.
Yeah.
Anything with a point system is winning. No, we gotta put them out of business. Like, it's so much going on to the Starbucks. Everything's a fad now. Everything's cool now. And I had to learn, like, Starbucks ruined my whole gut system. I used to drink caramel frappuccinos every day, and it used to ruin. And it was this one. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I'm gonna be really real. I was at PG Mall.
Uh-oh.
And I had a feeling. I said, I know it's this caramel frappuccino doing it to me. But that made me realize I never want to feel that feeling again. The amount of sugar, the amount of dairy that was in it really ruined my life. Like, I almost didn't make it. And that would have been horrible. Like, it would have been horrible. So I said, I know I'm not the only one going through this. Like, eating things and pretending that it's not hurting you. Because it is. Like, I used to be like, I'm good.
You can feel it.
You can really feel
it in your digestive system. Actually, you can really feel it. You can feel your body's, like, the heatness, the fever. Even when you drink, your body's hot and you drink cold water, you can feel it going through your body. So imagine what you just intaking a bunch of pork and swine and, oh, God, and cows and
all that.
Yeah.
More vegan.
We're not even supposed to eat that stuff. Our teeth are not made to eat that.
Made for that. Thank you.
They're not made for
Only
that.
for fruit and vegetables.
Yes, fruits and vegetables. And just like, start slowly. Like, it took me a while to become vegan. It took me a while. I stopped eating dairy first. And then I cut everything out, like, eventually. But you have to, you just got to be mindful. You got to start doing some research. You got to not be afraid of of getting that negative feedback. Because you're gonna look up some stuff that you thought that you were okay doing.
Yeah.
It is not gonna be okay.
So you
doing.
said you cut dairy first?
I
And
cut dairy first 3 years
crazy.
ago, and then I went to cutting meat out about 6 months ago.
Now see me, I was the opposite. It was no pork, no beef first, and then it was the vegan milk, but I still ain't really got off of everything,
Only
dairy.
thing I do, honestly, is just eat turkey chops, turkey meat. All that chicken and pork and swine and beef, it's too much. It's too much.
Tell, girl.
I
You
know,
looking
because I be
good.
eating a lot. That's the problem. I
No,
eat like
no.
4 of
You
them.
look really good.
Thank you. And we got to close out the show, but we do appreciate you coming out
I
here.
appreciate
and
you guys.
Can you give out the audience where your location is, as far as on Instagram?
Of course. Thank you guys so much for having me. You can follow us at The Green Scheme. That's The Green Scheme. And then you can also follow us, our women's program, at Girls Gone Green. That's girls.gone.green_. We're always looking for volunteers and just people to connect with.
Okay. Again, this is Devour TV on this gorgeous radio, powered by Nekedie Studios. And don't forget, y'all can catch the Green Scheme out June 29th at the community event.
Yes. And I'm your co-host, Chemistry. You guys have a wonderful evening.
Yes.